My husband is somebody who he opposes. Sometimes I say he is the minister of opposition.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
So it's a tomato picking kind of day. The grass has grown up. So you're gonna get somebody to weed it, Papa G? Okay, tall man coming to weed, alright. People, it's tomato time. Oh wow. So Sky planted. Sky planted this corn. And she is so proud. She's so proud of her corn. And this is how we encourage them. Trust me. And it's coming on. You see the ears? 1, 2, 3. I see 3 on it currently. So nice. Alright, so today we have Papa G and we have Mama G. Mama G is going to give us her experience. Papa G, we're going to ask you to be quiet. We'll come to you later. Mama G, somebody asked the question, what do you do when your spouse doesn't want to come? So we are going to give you your experience. All right? No. So I was bothering you. You were not really into country living at that time, right? How did you get into the idea?
Well, when COVID came, because I used to watch, you always send me videos to watch,
right,
on Elvin Bridges and country living, and I watched them and share them with Papa G also. But
right,
when COVID came, I wasn't interested. I realized that I have to do something, I have to make a move.
Right, because it was before COVID that I was bothering you to see country living. Tell me now, you were saying you were watching the videos from Elvin Bridges and you were I sent you the book Country Living, right? So you were watching videos about country living and you were reading the book.
Yeah, but I was still reluctant because
right,
I was saying, boy, me soon retire. Why to build again? I can't bother with that.
Right.
But then when COVID came, I realized that where I am wasn't the ideal place for me to stay.
Okay. So COVID was your shocker. COVID was the thing that shocked you into reality of country living.
Right.
Okay. So the first step then is to expose the person to the idea. Not true? Oh, wow. Papa beard. I never knew we had Papa here.
Yes, I went by Doreen and she gave me, she tell me, take up some Papa suckers. I took up 6 of them and see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and they are bearing so lovely.
Yeah.
You soon can make smoothies and eat Papas and share Papas.
Yeah, nice. And even the Papa leaf, people use it and juice it for medicine.
When I start to think about country living, and I know that my husband is somebody who he doesn't get on to things easily. Yes, my husband is somebody who he opposes. Sometimes I say he is the minister of opposition. He opposes everything, right? And he doesn't. He would think if you say something to him, he would think how much he can counteract it. So that was my challenge. How am I going to tell him about this? Even though I let him watch some of the videos to be the icebreaker, but I know he is going to put up a fight.
Mercy. And that's how Daddy is. He will have to put up a fight to things. He's just that type of person, right? So you were not converted just yet, but you were also thinking, Lord, if me get converted to this, how am I gonna tell my husband, right? So now you are converted to country living. You say, okay, all right. You're asking a question. So how am I going to embark on this? What helped you?
I prayed a lot about it. As I said, Lord, speak to him. And the Lord said to me, don't tell him anything. So we just have conversation, and I would listen to him. And he said, I asked him what he think about going to the country, and he said yes, he wants a country with river a land with river. I want a property with a river on it, and he wants to go back to his country.
Where is that?
In Rushy, St. James.
Okay. All right. But you are looking to retire now and just live in your house. How are you going to embark on country living? Because now you've come to the truth, spirit of prophecy, sermons, the testimony of others. One thing you told me that when you were watching other people's testimonies, it helped you.
Right. So, yeah, that strengthened me also, and I would share it with him.
Right.
Because I want him to come on the train.
Right.
So I spoke at work that I'm looking somewhere, and a co-worker gave me an ad that he saw in the Sunday Gleaner.
Right.
For land. I called my cousin, and he gave me the direction, but we took the wrong direction. Remember now, I don't have a ride, so I have to also be cautious what I'm doing, because he's the one who will take me around. And if he doesn't want to take me, it won't work, because you was not here.
I wasn't here. I remember I'm pressuring you to look.
Right.
So you're getting a pressure from both sides. I'm pressuring you to look, and he is not interested.
Right. So anyway, he came along with me to look the land. And when to look at the land, we even got lost. And when we went through a river and we found the land, but it was not the ideal. We didn't like the land.
Right.
And so he said he has an idea. He wants us to go to Rushy, and he's going to speak to a friend of his that lives in Miami. He's going to speak to a friend in Miami to sell him some lands. So he called the friend, and he was talking about family and friends, but he did not mention about selling land.
Right.
And the Lord said to me, just keep silent.
Right.
And I keep silent.
Even right now we're videoing this video, Daddy don't want us to make this video, so you must know.
Right. And so I accommodated him. I listened to him. I didn't push down anything in his throat. I accommodated him.
You want to go to somewhere else and pick some more tomatoes? You can come right here. Look like tomatoes are right here.
Yes, you need to know your partner and be tactful and ask God for wisdom how to work with him.
Yes.
You understand? Because once God is in the midst, and he's the one who is giving you the idea, and it is his plan, it will eventually work out. Don't be in any rush. Don't be too eager. Just take time and just be patient and work with God, and God will work with you.
Because the first step is the conversion to country living.
Right. He was not truly converted
to the country living idea. Even though he's a countryman, because he's our most important asset on this land as it relates to farming. He's the one who knows about farming. He's the one who farmed in his young days. So he's our most valuable player, really and truly.
Yeah.
Right?
He loves it so much now that you can't even tell him that he didn't want to come. He is denying it.
Say that again.
He loves it so much now that you can't tell him that he didn't want to come. He is denying it.
Right. Very true. All right. You said about the river. I remember you went to look at Portland. Why did you go to look at Portland?
Well, I didn't know when to look at. I asked people. I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go?
Because he said he want land with the river, and I want to please him.
Right.
You understand?
Right. That's true. All right. So expose them to the idea. Watch and listen to the testimony of others. Right. Know who your partner is. You were saying, always come with a little negativity at first, and you know that you mustn't get discouraged by that. All right. So why were you looking and your husband was not? Some people will say, but it's your husband, you should go with them. Why are you looking and your husband wasn't looking? Because
I know him, and I just believe that he will come along. And one of the main things...
That was not what you were saying. I was praying and God was speaking to me through the prophecies, spiritual prophecy, through the prophecies in the Bible, Matthew 24, spiritual prophecy and current events. So I knew that's what God wanted. That's why I kept looking.
Okay.
Say that.
I was praying and I was fasting about it, and I knew that that's what God wants for me, because when I read Matthew 24 and the spirit of prophecy and this book, Country Living, it shows me that I'm in the right direction. And the current events of COVID too. And the current events of COVID, it just shocked me up.
Yeah. As well as you said you knew he would come. You can say that part now.
Yes, and I knew he was come because one of the things that was troubling him is that he can't get along with Stasia. He was saying, I remember when I told him, he said he dropped himself on the bed and he stretched out in his arms and he looked up in the ceiling and he said, I cannot live with Stasia again. I cannot live back with Stasia.
I understand. You raised Pitney and then gone from your house. No, you're going to tell me, say, may I go back?
Yes, because him get him already. Him and Stasia, I come like Sierra River and him get her out of the house. And now, if he go back go live with her,
right.
he couldn't face that.
Right. What about sensitizing your partner?
I'm just... Oh, you sensitize now?
Yeah, man. You said you put down money now. Let's talk about that.
Okay, because the Lord tell me to. The Lord said, you're looking place, put down money. So I start to put aside a little dollars, no, here and there.
Because you were hearing from God.
Right.
Did you hear a voice? Did somebody tell you? How did you know to
the Lord just impress on me, put down money. You're looking land, put aside money for land, because I didn't really have any cash. And you're going to need money to purchase land.
What about the time you called me and said, Stasia, he's not coming. We're going to have to forfeit. What about that time when you nearly gave up?
Well, I almost gave up because I paid down and he was just saying he's not interested. Every time we come down to the country, because Stasia has moved to the country, so we would visit her, he would complain that he doesn't like it here and he's not staying here.
Right.
And the Spirit just said, be silent. The Spirit stayed in the car, just let him talk, just let him express himself, just be silent.
What about the first time when we came to look at the land?
The first time we came to look at the land, we bring a lot of people with us.
Why did that?
Because we know that he will not embarrass us in crowd.
Yeah.
Right? So we bring our friends and we bring food, and we were just going through the land, and he was going through,
Still never pleased.
He wasn't pleased. The way him step off, one of the ladies said to me, he's not pleased. And I said, I know. And he come back to me and he said, did you pay on the land? And I said, yes, I paid something on it. And he said, I saw you do business. And don't tell me. But people, let me tell you,
the Lord
Jesus is my first husband and he's the second one, and I obeyed my first one, and I know he will work it out with the second one.
That is it. And now
people, look at him. Nobody loves it like he.
I live to hear Daddy say, a long time him should have there, so.
Even when he got sick in COVID and he couldn't come because he started to farm the land. He started to work it. While we visited Stasia, he saw a man who was running wire. 2 men was running wire fence, and he said, this is what I wanted. At
first we got somebody to start the fencing here. That is very peculiar, and I would say he's a perfectionist. He doesn't like when I use that term, but he is. And he didn't like how they did the fencing. You remember? He didn't like how they did the fencing, and so he got the men, and trust me, the men did a better work for true. The men did a better job. He's good at that. He's good at, spotting talent. So that's how it started. They started fencing up the land first, and then he would clear the land, and then he started to farm up the land. So you're going back to COVID now when he got COVID, and he was farming the land. What do you want to say?
We did not speak when I said to you, boy, after I paid on the land, he said he's not coming. Right? He knew about it and he said he's not coming. After everything, and we came and we looked and we paid, he was nagging me and said he's not coming. So I said to Stasia, you have to go by yourself. I'm not coming. No.
Right.
I said, I'm not coming because he's not coming.
Right.
It's like I'm getting discouraged now.
Right.
Because after such a fight, after so many prayer and so many fasting, and it's like I am alone in it, I just feel discouraged. And Stasia said, well, if it's your husband, go with him. But I am going. I'm going in the country. I'm going to live here. And when she said that, I went back to him and I said to him, you go to your country where you are from, and if you're sick, At this time, I was thinking that maybe we could sell the house and split the funds.
You thought that, or he thought that?
No, he thought it first. He said it first, but no, I'm coming on with it. I'm saying, well, it could happen. And you go to your country where you're from. If you are sick, you don't have any family down there to take care of you. But if I am sick, and if we are sick, and we are with Stasia will take care of us.
Right.
And that came home to him. He was very resolute when I said that. He did not become so defensive anymore. After that. And I think it was God who gave me that answer.
Right. And even him come and we live together and him sick, I'm start him out. No, sometimes in the morning you can't find daddy. See him there? See him there? I don't know if you can see him. Right out here, him there, or somewhere else on the farm. You can't find him. We're calling him for family worship because he's just on the farm. He's just on the farm. No, you can't get him out. So what is your advice to the person who's spouse, mom? So first of all, disclaimer, we're not telling anybody to leave their partner. We're not telling anybody what to do. We're telling you to pray, have a relationship with God, talk to Him, let Him guide you. That is the answer.
Yes.
Sensitize your partner, bring them to possibly some country area, let them see, how people are living in the country, let them get acclimatized to that, and then maybe that will draw them. And that's why the testimonies of others and the sermons are good too.
Okay.
Yes. Anything you want to say?
Okay. No. Yes, if you have friends who have property in the country, let your husband go.
Or your wife, if the wife is the problem.
Or the wife.
Yeah.
If the wife don't want to go, make more than one trips.
Yes.
And show them the country. And also bring the prophecies to them. Let them see what is coming. Let them realize that the time is coming when while we are in the city, we will not be able to buy nor sell. Show them from the Bible how difficult it is going to be, especially if you have children. How will they manage? At least we can find food in the country. We can farm.
If it's even medicinal, you grow your own herbs that you need to use for that time.
Right. If it's even medicinal,
that's fine. Okay. You don't have to say it over.
Right. So I would say, make sure you are praying about the situation. Don't just jump on it and say, yes, we have to move to the country. We have to move. Think things thoroughly.
Don't make any rash decisions.
Yeah, and pray earnestly. Fast about it too. Put it to the Lord. Once it is His will, that person will come on board.
That is it.